So we're furnishing the living room, and the best place to start is in thinking about our rugs. So I brought you to this enormous room full of beautiful hand-knotted rugs.
So is that one of your design tips? Start with the rug?
Always start with the rug because the rug is such a predominant feature in the room.
Okay.
In this case, we're looking at hand-dyed, vegetable-dyed, I should say, Oriental rugs.
So now Oriental to me means a little bit more formal, but that's probably okay with a 100-year-old brownstone?
I think it is. And we can always make it more casual depending on what else we bring into the room.
So we've got a paint swatch from the living room color right there. That's a good place to start, right?
It is, but let's hold it perpendicular to the floor because that's how we'll see the paint on the wall,
Really?
and it really changes color that way.
Yeah, I guess it actually does. All right, good tip. So what do you like about this guy?
Well, I love the grays that we have in here. They work really well with the colors that we have in our adjacent rooms in the library and the kitchen. We also have this great yarn that is a warmer tone that works really well with our millwork.
Yep.
But what we don't have is this color. And so I found another rug where we actually bring in that third color,
This guy or this one here?
this one.
All right, so let's see how we're doing here, and I will hold this perpendicular for you.
Here we've got little bits of aqua and olive green.
So you like this, and that's a match that I can even see right there. Okay,
Yes.
some more green there.
The other thing we've got going with this rug, which is so great, are all of these other strong colors, and I'd like to bring some of these into the textiles in the room.
All right.
So again, the rug becomes the unifier for everything else that we're going to bring into the room.
I like it. So
Yeah.
have we decided on this rug?
We have
And where do we go from here?
sofa because it's the next most predominant element.
Let's go find one.
Okay. Down here on this floor, we've got a great mix of antiques. We've got locally made furniture and lots of sustainably made pieces.
You like the mix and all the options, but this can overwhelm somebody. Where do you start?
Well, we're going to go with looking at sofas now because we've looked at the rug and the sofa is the next most major purchase for a room.
Okay. And so we've got a map of the room right here, and this is the front. We've got a bay window. It's actually a very narrow room.
It is. It's under 12 feet. And what we're doing here is we're planning on a sofa that is about 6.5 feet in length because anything bigger isn't going to give you a lot of circulation.
So in your experience, do people typically buy a couch too big or too small?
Too big.
Really?
Too big. They buy on impulse, and then when it shows up at their house, they are overwhelmed by the size
It
because they
overwhelms
didn't
them.
follow their master plan.
So is this one of your options right here?
This is one of the options. I really like this sofa. It's got a very interesting provenance. It's all organic fabric, organic fill. The wood is harvested from sustainable forests. And the other thing I love about it is it's a solid fabric.
Why do you love solids?
Well, solids I think are a much better way to go when you're looking at sofas because you can always bring pattern in with pillows and with throws. And you won't get tired of it as quickly.
I got a striped couch at home. Is this another option?
This is our second option, which is actually the preferred option because you can see it's similar in style to the first sofa,
Yeah.
but this one is higher off the ground. It's got higher legs, which makes it feel more open and lighter in the room.
Not quite as deep either. You know, as you sit in it, it's a little shallower.
Right, but still comfortable.
Right, absolutely. Now the back here, these buttons, what do you call this?
This is called tufting.
To my eye, that looks very formal. Are we creating a formal room?
No, because we're going to be bringing in a lot of other eclectic pieces. Let me show you. So with the chairs that are going to go with our sofa, the thought is to go with something that's a little less formal. And what I love about this chair is the fabric. I think it's all about the fabric.
What is the fabric?
It's an antique killam, and a killam is an old cotton rug that you would obviously see on a floor.
Which is
and
clearly less formal.
yes, it's less formal, and I think the texture is so nice in comparison to the soft, more formal velvet that we're using on the sofa.
So this is a good counterpoint to the couch, but talk to me about chairs in general. What sort of lessons should I be thinking about?
Comfort, and just like with the sofa, scale and size. What works really well with this chair in our room is that, remember, the room isn't that large.
Right.
So this chair, in comparison to, say, that chair,
Right next to it.
they have very similar comfort levels, but because this is a little bit more open and it's not as deep, it takes up less real estate.
This is a much bigger chair right here, and you're saying that we can get the same effect with this guy.
Yeah, and the other thing that I love about this fabric is it has a little bit of that yellow in it that we have on the rug. So again, we're bringing the rug into the picture.
Well, what do you say we bring everything into the picture and start putting this together?
Sounds great.
How's right here, Carol?
That's perfect.
Okay.
So what do you think?
You know, I think I get it. I mean, you started with the rug as the foundation for everything. You pointed out the bold accent color right there, and then you picked a couch to match. I like it.
Yeah, and then we'll throw in some accessories, some great pillows that complete the color story. They work with not only the furniture, but again, the rug.
And the solid color of this couch. And you also wanted to make a counterpoint to the formality of this couch with a chair like that, and seeing them together, I start to understand that.
That's right, and you can also see that the furniture is somewhat low in here, which really evokes comfort. It welcomes you to sit down and relax.
Right, and you've introduced a new character right here.
Yes, this is the completion of our color story. We've now brought the olive green in that we see in the rug.
And you talk about comfort. This is a comfy chair, something you want to have in the room where the family's going to hang out.
Definitely.
Okay, so now these two coffee tables right here, sort of very surprising. You've got one here that is sleek metal on the bottom, glass on top, right next to an old piece of wood. This is unconventional.
Yeah, they're it's a true conversation piece. You've got direct opposites, technology and nature.
And you can do that?
And they're flexible, of course you can. This way you can move one out of the way when you want to have a nice play zone. You can do whatever you want.
Gotcha, all right. Well, it's all coming together, and it gets me excited to see how you're going to decorate the rest of the house. Nice job.
Thanks.
So this is the first time we're seeing it in the room since we picked it about a week or two ago. And wow, it works. It really pulls it together.
Yeah, and I think it's really flexible. You've got 3 young kids in this family. They're going to use this room on a daily basis. This way they can move things around and it's not a problem.
And I remember the lesson you taught us about not picking furniture that's too big. You want to have room for circulation, and we've got it here.
This is the family's only dining room.
Sure.
And we've been able to separate it from a tight, efficient kitchen and give them a lot of space in which to entertain and just hang out.
Through here is the master bedroom.
Now look at this. I mean, a week ago, John Thomas, our wood refinisher, had a workshop set up in
I
this
know,
room.
you remember that? His big table with all the cans of stain and
Wow.
doors stacked everywhere.
A few pieces of furniture certainly makes a big difference.
Yeah, the movers have been so busy bringing all kinds of stuff in. This is a chaise from our apartment.
Oh, it looks comfy.
It is, and we got some new bedding. It's beautiful, 100% organic, to go on our old bed, which we actually bought before we even found the house.
Really?
So it was something else that John had to match our woodwork to.
Right, so you matched the woodwork to the bed. Nice job.
He did. We're
And,
really happy with it.
Boy, you've got these stunning photographs throughout the house.
Yeah, we have some new artwork.
But it's a nice, cozy room.
It is. If you can remember, it originally was one big, very, very open space, and we were hoping that we could carve out a 3rd bedroom for the family, which we did, and we're really happy that this is going to be the nursery for our youngest.
Right. Well, you know, when my daughter was born, the crib was in our bedroom. That is not an ideal situation.
We really wanted to have a separate room for the baby and, you know, make it playful and pick out some wonderful animal prints and matching bumper to the shade.
Well, I think the baby's going to be very happy in this room.
He will be, and Mom will be too.
So between the 2 bedrooms, you have your storage area. There's a walk-in closet and the storage
right,
that
right
was
here.
already here when you bought the house. That's
Yes.
been all refurbished.
You know, we love all this. And in here is the big boys' room. This is their bunk bed. And we picked this beautiful rug by Madeline Weinrib, a well-known textile designer here in New York.
Well, this is going to be a great room for the boys, but it's also going to be a traffic corridor because you only have 1 bathroom on this floor.
You're right, Norma. It's going to be a little busy for a while.